Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play more Pokemon Crystal. No Pokecenters, no Pokemarts. In the last episode, we got a fair bit of work done as far as grinding up is concerned. We picked up some items, we dropped off one of the apricorns, picked up the ball that one of the Pokeballs that Kurt had made for us, and dropped off another apricorn for him to start making another one for us. It's only one a day, but in Crystal you can turn in multiples of one type. The other thing is that because of Melk's level 23 here, and where he is at in experience, I just don't feel safe using him at this current state. Therefore, I'm just going to switch him out for someone that's probably going to be a little bit more helpful. Right now, this charcoal isn't that useful on Xerxes, and for that reason, I'm going to switch out... oh, my item storage is full. I need to find a way to manage that better. Poison Barb, that's doing a whole heck of a lot. We're going to give that to Melk for now, and switch items with the Quick Claw. That works out. Then we're going to give the Quick Claw to Xerxes here. And for now, I think that setup is fairly good. I guess I could probably deposit these apricorns in my PC if I need extra room as well. But yes, as I was saying, Melk, if he grows another level, he's going to miss out on an important move. That's why I want to evolve him at level 23, if possible. So right now, he's going to be basically a last resort kind of dude. So if I really need to use him, that's where he's going to come out. However, there is some things that we can still do here. I want to keep Xerxes at the front of the party, just at least for this next part here. There are some trainers on this route that we can also fight right away, who I still haven't fought yet. And one of them is this girl right here. The reason I didn't fight her yet is because I just wasn't aware which Pokemon she had, but it seems she has some grass types, so I should be able to easily clean those up with Xerxes, but apparently I didn't, and luckily I dodged Poison Powder there, and it's a good thing she didn't use Poison Powder there, because I'm pretty sure it would have hit me, and it would have been poisoned, which would have been fantastic. I guess I took off that charcoal a little too early. Nevertheless, Burn and Ember are probably going to easily take out this Giplume, so I should be able to finish it off with a Tackle, which I do, and Xerxes gets a level up out of it, which is fantastic, so I can now learn Quick Attack here, which is an excellent move for Xerxes to have. I'll get rid of Smokescreen here because it's not really needed. Leer can still have some use for me right now, so I'd rather hold on to that for at least a little bit longer, and throw Quick Attack on there, so it gives me some extra attacking PP, which is fantastic. And I'm definitely going to take advantage of that. And look at this, our mother bought us something, and it's in the PC, so I'll definitely take advantage of that. Even though I was on this route previously, because as you can see I didn't fight that trainer before, and there's no other way of accessing this tree here, I obviously didn't pick up this berry, and therefore I'm going to grab that. Any extra healing items are definitely great for us to have, and I'm definitely going to benefit from any of them. This trainer here, however, is another bird keeper, so in order to take advantage of that, of course I'm going to send out our Geodude, Makar, and hopefully he can take care of this bird catcher without too much trouble. He's got Rock Throw to basically take advantage of that, and he can resist a lot of their hits, except for Pursuit. Unfortunately, Pursuit is not resisted by Geodude, but because it's still well, I guess Pursuit is special because Dark moves are special in this gen, so I'm surprised that did so little to Geodude, but nevertheless, I'm very fortunate that it didn't, and I'll gladly take less damage on Makar if possible. And once again, it wants to use Pursuit on me, which does 5 damage. So, hopefully we can deal with these guys without too much trouble. The good thing for Makar's sake is that he's close to a level up, and I'm willing to toss a Super Potion on him if it means that he's going to be able to take more hits and dish out some more damage. So hopefully this Pursuit doesn't kill. I do survive it, and I miss with Rock Throw. Fantastic. Either way, I was planning to use a Super Potion on Makar anyways, since he is very useful for some upcoming stuff. So since he's at 3 HP, I get a full 50 HP heal, and Doduo hits me with a Pursuit, which isn't too bad anyways. It's only doing 5 damage. Rock Throw gets the KO though, which it should. And I think Makar should be close to a level up, if not right here. And he's pretty close, so maybe I'll go fight a wild fight and get his level up that way. But either way, that's a good thing for him. And I think there's a hidden item here or over on that side. Let me just check with the item finder, see if there is something here. If not, nope, nothing. Anyways, those are the two main trainers I want to take down here. The others, kinda, I don't trust what I can do with them. And the next thing we want to do, I guess, let me just look at our party here. I feel that Xerxes does have a chance to do some decent stuff with at least the rival fight coming up. The other thing is, because of where Bellsprout is right now, he doesn't have any uses of, as far as his moves are concerned. He's got sleep powder, which can be helpful, but in the long run of things, I don't know. I just don't think I'm going to be using him anymore. Therefore, actually, before I do that, I want to deposit some items and take off the Miracle Seed, just in case I end up with another grass type later on. I still want to have access to that Miracle Seed. So we're going to deposit one of the apricorns, this other apricorn as well. For now, I'm going to hold on to that charcoal, and we're going to take off the Miracle Seed off of Bellsprout, just in case I decide to get another grass type somewhere. Then I'm going to have that Miracle Seed. So now we can freely deposit Bellsprout. Unfortunately, this is the last time you guys are going to see it, and I'm going to have to find another, or at least an alternative way of using Cut. Because I can get rid of HMs, it's not too big of a deal, but nevertheless, the Pokemon that we do want to pick up though here is Chinchou, because it's level 20. I feel that even if I do catch it, and I already have a full party, and it gets its HP and PP restored and stuff like that, it's just the mechanics of the game, and I'm going to have to accept that fact. Having to always have a 5th slot if I want to catch a Pokemon is kind of very restrictive in this kind of run. Therefore, I don't know, I don't think that's a fair way of handling the situation. And so if I catch a Pokemon, and I have 6 guys in my party, I feel like I should be able to use it no matter what. And right here, there's a hidden Ultra Ball, so you definitely want to make sure to pick that up. Further up here, pardon, as long as I can avoid these wild fights, is I haven't used my Rock Smash TM yet, and I'm going to try and conserve that for now. But I'll have to remember to come back here, because you use Rock Smash and you can access an HP up there, so we'll definitely want to come back here for that later. It is very, well, it's not completely like the end-all be-all of items, but it's certainly something nice to have. And I think there's one more hidden item somewhere around here, like an Ether or something, but I don't know exactly where it is, so if I can figure out where that is, I'll come back here, of course. But I think it's in that hidden section, like you have to use Rock Smash to get both it and the HP up. But nevertheless, I feel like I can, I feel like I'm safe to take on this rival fight now. Quilava's at a decent chunk of HP, and therefore I'm going to use my Dig TM right now, and I'm going to replace Leer on Quilava. Even though I just said a few minutes ago that Leer does have some use, ultimately Dig is probably more useful in this upcoming rival fight. So I'm going to get rid of Dig, or get rid of Leer, teach Dig, and let me just take a look at our party right now. The thing is, actually Kote, I probably want to heal him up just a bit, just in case for this part of the game. However, I feel content with keeping him there and healing him mid-battle if necessary. Right now he's doing a pretty good job, so like I said, Nidorino is going to be a last resort, so I don't feel like I need to heal him right now. So I'm going to hold off on that. Makar's at a decent HP, and Xerxes probably should be able to handle things from here. So here we go, second rival fight. It's definitely not a pushover, and I'm expecting a bit of a challenge. I'm going to have a little bit of luck go my way. So like I said, consistency's a little rough at this point, but maybe we can pull this out. So here we go. First thing he sends out is a Haunter, which poses a couple different threats. It's got Curse, it's got Spite, which are two things I certainly don't want to have being tossed around. But hopefully we can get out of this without too much trouble. He uses Curse and it fails, which is nice, so we can take off a decent chunk with Dig here, which we do. And lucky for us, he uses Curse to kill himself. And the way Gen 2 mechanics works is if the Pokemon dies, I'm not going to take Curse damage this turn, which is fantastic, and I'm definitely appreciative of that fact. Now, of course, though, he's sending out Croconaw, and that was a huge reason why we took out Chinchou in the first place. Even though Chinchou is an electric type, it unfortunately doesn't get an offensive electric type move until level 25. The only electric type move we have is Thunder Wave, but lucky for us, it's exactly what we need in this instance. So we're going to throw a Thunder Wave on that, at least paralyze this thing, and hopefully that can restrict its ability to do certain things. The next thing we're also going to do is throw on a Supersonic to at least confuse it, and so with that double status, I feel like there's a little bit more safety to play around this thing and figuring out what we want to do. So Chinchou's not really going to do much damage though with full health and with just Water Gun, so I'm going to have to switch out into Eevee here, hopefully have Croconaw get haxed or something. So here we go, we get Confusion, Paralyze, nothing. So we do take a bite, which is unfortunate, and like I said, I was willing to heal up Eevee in this point, so that's not too bad. I was expecting to have to heal it at some point during this fight, so may as well take the time to do that now. I don't want to use the Energy Powder though, because I want Eevee to actually like me for a part that is coming up. And Croconaw does stop being confused, which is kind of annoying, but there is still that chance that it will get hacked. Therefore, I feel free to at least toss on some sand attacks here and hope for some miss-hacks as well. He wants to throw on a leader, that's perfectly fine with me. It gives me more opportunity to throw a sand attack, at least drop his accuracy some so that he's going to be missing. And of course he's going to hit through these 2 sand attacks because, you know, the AI definitely rocks at breaking through hacks. And he's going to hit twice, he's going to get Rage as well. It's a good thing I'm not hitting him at all, so Rage's power kind of is dismal at this point. So with 4 sand attacks, he's still hitting me with Rage, which is fantastic. So I may end up having to use a second Super Potion on Eevee. I'm going to throw 1 more sand attack and hope that at least this guy could stop hitting through anything. So he finally gets hacks, which is great. I'm going to start throwing on Tail Whips, at least to make some use out of them. And of course Bite is going to hit through hacks again, so a little bit unfortunate for me. I'm not getting any sort of luck hacks on my part. This Croconaw seems to have the accuracy of a truck, so whatever. At least he finally gets paralyzed there, which is fantastic. And I'm going to throw on a couple more Tail Whips, at least to try and weaken it to the point where I can get a couple tackles in safely. And once again, Bite hits through 5 sand attacks. Like, I would never hit through that kind of accuracy drop. Like, this is stupid. He must have, like, no guard or something. I don't know. No guard Croconaw in Gen 2. This is ridiculous. Because of the fact that I can't seem to hack him at all, I'm just going to have to start attacking him. I'm tired of playing around here. We're going to go for 3 tackles and clean him out. Luckily, we at least take minimal damage there, at least at the end. But having to use 2 Super Potions in this fight is a bit annoying, considering Eevee is already close to at half HP. Again. Nevertheless, we're going to switch out to Xerxes here to at least clean out this Magnetite really easily. Like I said, because of the Steel type added on to Magneton, Dig is now 4 times super effective against Magnemite, so that's what we want to use here, of course. We could use Ember as well, because that's because Magnemite is also weak to that, but because Dig is super effective times 4, it's basically our best option. With the crit, it's a guaranteed KO, of course. But I have no doubts that it would have killed without the crit. Up next is a Zubat, of course, though, and for that reason we want to send out Makar, because he's got at least 1 more Rock Throw in his arsenal that should easily be able to deal with this Zubat. Hopefully we don't miss, however, because that would be a bit of a pain, but I have no doubts about it that we should be able to deal with it fine. Confuse Ray is kind of annoying, and of course I'm going to be hit with Confusion. Just watch. Yep, because that's how the game works. My opponent can hit through 5 sand attacks, but Confuse Ray? 50%? Psh, no, not for me. And Flinch, of course. Makar, you need to do work. This this is not doing it for me. At least you break out of confusion and you throw a rock throw. So you at least pulled your weight there at the stretch, but you took some unnecessary damage. You were at 40 HP, so I'm definitely not in favor of Makar taking all that extra damage, and I'm gonna have to waste probably another super potion in the process. So it's a bit of a pain to have to deal with that, but nevertheless, it's just a part of the game. We're gonna have to play through. So here, after beating your rival, for some reason a giant hole opens up in the ground beneath you, and you fall through. However, look at this, there's the 3 legendary dogs. We got Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, and they all of a sudden wake up as soon as you walk up this staircase here. However, Suicune's a little interesting as it starts to look at you, and then it decides to run off. So there's a little something interesting about that characteristic. Normally all 3 dogs just run off, at least in Gold and Silver, but Crystal is a little bit interesting, so that's something to take note of, at least for those of you who aren't familiar with this game, and I don't want to spoil other things for you, but for those of you who do know what's going on, that's basically a key moment in this game, as Suicune takes very great notice of us, and this man here, Isun, also takes notice of that fact. Like I said, there's another item hidden up this way, or I guess not hidden, but it's blocked by this rock here with strength, and because I don't want to teach strength to anything just yet, I want to hold off on that. We're going to have to hold off and come back here later to get those items as well. So hopefully I can remember to do that, because having those extra items would be great. And I think I know where the hidden nether is in this room, actually. So what we're going to do is come back around here, now that we've defeated our rival. I think you have to beat your rival in order to get access to this item. So basically, you come around here, walk past that hole, and I think it's right here? Or here? No, turn around. Come on. There it is. There's the hidden nether. And I think I'm just going to drop down here to save some time. So anyways, let's just see where we're at now. In terms of HP, Xerxes isn't doing too bad. Makar's unfortunately down there yet again, which is a bit lame. I'd rather him not be as low as he is. But I feel content to the point where, let me just take a look at his magnitudes. He's got 11. I don't know, I feel like he should be able to deal with things pretty nicely. So here we go. In this gym is of course ghost type Pokemon. And as you've noticed with at least my Hunter's rival and Ghastly, Levitate doesn't exist in Gen 2, therefore because they're poison type, they're weak to ground moves, and we can fully abuse that fact with both Makar and Xerxes, because they have Dig and Magnitude respectively. So, those 2 moves are certainly going to go a long way in helping us get through this gym here. This guy, of course, is an unavoidable fight though, and he's got 5 Ghastlys, I think, so it's a bit of a pain to deal with, but nothing that Makar shouldn't be able to handle. And good thing he used Spite there, because I hadn't used a move yet, and therefore it's not going to kill a bunch of my PP, which is not something I'd be pretty fond of, at least in this run, because I'm trying to conserve as much PP as possible, and having it go to waste just like that is just, it's not beneficial. So hopefully we can avoid a couple more spites, at least from these guys. And if these Ghastlys want to use Curse, I'm all for that, because it's just going to help me kill them a lot easier. Like I said, if they die, I don't get afflicted with the Curse like you do in later gens, and therefore Makar should be perfectly safe. The only thing I have to worry about, though, is rolling a pretty low magnitude from here on out, though, because Curse is still on me, and if I don't KO these Ghastlys, I basically am at the mercy of Curse. It's going to take off a quarter of my HP, and I'm not too fond of that. Luckily, we do KO this Ghastly, and Spite doesn't affect us because we haven't attacked that Ghastly with a move. I think it's a little different in later gens to where it affects the move you last used. However, because we hadn't attacked that Ghastly, our PP doesn't get removed here. This Ghastly also wants to use Curse, and it doesn't do anything. And luckily for us, we roll a Magnitude 8, so that's going to be a clean one-hit KO. So, Makar definitely stepped up in this fight, and even though he kind of failed against that Zubat, he did get the job done here. We've got one more Ghastly here, so hopefully we can KO this one. It's also level 16. He wants to use Spite as well. And Magnitude, we roll a Magnitude 6, so that's going to be a KO as well. So, Geodude definitely stepped up here. He got the job done, and he took out basically one of the trainers that we needed to finish out here. So, one of the things that most people, or some people don't know, is the fact that they assume this trainer up here, this girl, is a required fight, but it's not. If you turn left here, you can actually avoid her completely. And because this guy up here has a Gengar that I don't want Makar to really deal with, I want Xerxes to deal with, I'm going to switch out here and have him fight the Gengar. Or not the Gengar, sorry, the Haunter. Because Gengar, the only Gengar in this gym, is the one that's owned by the gym leader, of course. So, like I said, the reason you have to follow a certain path in this gym is because if you stray from the path, I guess I'll show that in a second, you get teleported to the front of the gym. So it's a bit of a gimmick and kind of interesting, but it more so just delays you walking to the front of the gym. So this hunter wants to use Curse and finish itself off, so I'm perfectly fine with that. I'll take the experience and save on the PP. And that's the end of this battle, so pretty easy fight. Definitely a fan of Curse from that regard, but overall it's a pretty annoying move to deal with. Anyways, like I was saying, if you step off the path in this gym, you get teleported to the front there, so I just wanted to show that off for you guys. At least for those of you who aren't familiar with this gym, but I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're probably at least familiar with the games, considering Pokemon Crystal is one of the older games as far as Pokemon is concerned, which is why I keep talking about later mechanics and whatnot. Anyways, this trainer here has, I think, 2 Ghastlies and a Haunter, therefore we're going to want to send out Quilava here, at least to finish off these Ghastlies. It uses Curse, which doesn't hit us because we're underground, of course. And Dig will easily finish it off, so that's fantastic, and I'll easily move on from there. Now she's going to send out her Haunter, of course, which we're going to want to Dig, at least to take out. And I hate these hacking trainers with their under-leveled evolved Pokemon. Haunter's supposed to evolve at level 20, or level 25, but nope, these guys have level 20 Haunters, so obviously these people are hacking. But that's just the case, and of course it uses Spite, so we lose 4 digs. That really sucks, and I hope this Ember kills. Like, I'm gonna have to waste an Ether this early in the game, and that's something I'm not really fond of doing. I would rather not have to deal with that, but that's just the way the dice rolled in this fight. I'd much rather prefer that Haunter to use Curse or something, because this Dig is obviously going to kill this Ghastly, at least based on the damage output we've been having so far. But I hate the way the dice rolled out that way, but whatever. It's just something you have to deal with, and we're going to have to move on from there. Anyways, upcoming is a very risky fight. I don't know exactly if I'm going to be able to pull it off, but we're going to have to see. I'm going to have to take Xerxes' item here, though, this Quick Claw. And even though that's probably it may hurt me, it may not in the long run, what I do want to throw on there, of course, is a Mint Berry. Because the way Mint Berry works is it heals sleep. Oh, I don't want to use it. I want to give it to Quilava. Lucky I didn't waste the Mint Berry there. But yes, the way Mint Berry works is if I fall asleep, it's going to instantly wake me up, and I'm definitely for that. The other thing I want to do here, though, is I want to throw an Ether onto Xerxes. Get rid of, or use the Ether on Dig, because it restores 10 at PP on anything. Dig only has 10 PP to begin with, so it's a pretty safe investment. The next thing I want to do, let me just take a look here. I need Makar to survive here, and at least give me some sort of backup utility. And for that sake alone, I'm gonna have to use an energy powder prior to entering this fight, just to be on the safe side. So we're gonna throw that on Makar, give him a decent amount of HP. It's gonna restore 42, and like I said, I'm not a big fan of wasting the restorative power of these HP of these potions right now. But I'm gonna have to in this case, just to have Makar safe. I could probably go fight some wild fights, lower his HP, and get the most out of it, but at the end of the day, it's just what it's gonna come down to. I feel like Xerxes at 36 HP should be at a decent point where he can handle things, but like I said, we're gonna start off with Makar, and hopefully he can get the job done. If not, it's gonna come down to whether Xerxes can finish stuff off. I do have a revive just in case, and we also have our Chin Chow to tank hits if I need to throw on a revive somewhere. Nevertheless, Morty is definitely a challenge. He can put us to sleep. He can throw status on us. He can use spite, waste our moves, mean look, all that great stuff that we don't really enjoy. So hopefully we can deal with him with relative ease. If not, it's gonna be a close fight, folks. Anyways, this Ghastly wants to throw a curse, and that's gonna definitely help me secure the KO with Geodude. So I'm all for it if he wants to curse like that. It's probably good for us though, anyways, because I'm ready to switch with Geodude, because out coming right for us is a Gengar. So this is the point where I'm going to want to switch out to Xerxes, hopefully get that dig off before he wants to do whatever he does, and hopefully we can avoid the KO, because Gengar definitely poses a threat to us. So we're going to use Dig. Hypnosis misses, which is great for us. We don't waste our Mint Berry. We can conserve that for now. And of course he's going to use Hypnosis now, and it's not going to hurt us. If this is a 2-hit KO, that is fantastic. It's a crit, which means even if Gengar puts us to sleep here, which he doesn't, we would wake up, use Dig, and we'd be perfectly safe. So this is going to be a clean fight on Gengar, and I'm definitely thankful of that fact. Gengar is probably poses the greatest threat as far as this gym is concerned, and we just got out of that fight a lot cleaner than I was expecting us to. So there we go. One problem down, and up next is one of his Haunters. I think he has 2 Haunters, 1 Ghastly, and a Gengar. So I'm gonna keep Xerxes out against the Haunters, because having faced 2 Haunters previously, or a couple Haunters before, I know that I'm faster, so I should be able to deal with them nicely. If they want to spite, if they want to curse, they're just gonna kill themselves anyways. Great for us, he uses Mimic, which means he's gonna waste a turn, and all he does is learn Dig, which means we should be able to get a clean KO with Ember here and finish it off. So there we go. Xerxes is dealing with this stuff very nicely, and I'm very thankful that Gengar wanted to be stupid against us. So next step is Morty's final Haunter. We do have some Digs that should be able to take care of it. It is level 23, so it's a bit higher level, which means it's probably going to be a 2-hit KO with Dig. He wants to use Nightshade, which will do quite a bit of damage to us, so hopefully he wants to use a different move this time. Let's see what he uses. This guy also wants to use Mimic, so I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't know if Ember's going to KO at this range, so just to be on the safe side, I'm going to use Dig. I'd rather use an Ember if I could, but of course this Hunter also wants to use Dig at the same time, and we're going to miss, and he's going to hit us for super effective damage. That's going to hurt. And that kind of sucks, because if he uses Nightshade, I'm in a bit of a bind here. So I'm going to have to hope that I'm going to either have to use Dig and hope that he doesn't Dig, or I'm going to have to use Ember and hope that kills. I would much rather have that Charcoal back right now and have it equipped. So we're going to have to roll the dice. I'm going to go with Ember and hope for something. Hope that it kills. Hope that it does something. And it does. We get a crit. Fantastic. I don't know if that kills, but that crit definitely paid off. So Xerxes definitely got out of one there, and we got through this fight cleanly, and that was a huge part of this game. Defeating Morty allows us to use Surf outside of battle, and once we defeat the Kimono Girls, which I will do to end off this part, because even though this is a long part, I want to get all this stuff done as we possibly can in this episode. So we're going to finish off that last Kimono Girl, and we're going to go for Surf. Either way, we get the 4th badge, and Morty's going to give us TM30, which is Shadow Ball, which is something I'm definitely appreciative. Even though Shadow Ball is physical in this gen, which is kind of funny. Gengar has a great special attack, but ghost moves are physical in this gen, so Shadow Ball isn't that great of a move. It is great for our Eevee, because our Eevee is definitely going to benefit from that. I'm going to teach it that right now, actually, just for you guys, to help us get through this final Kimono Girl fight. And like I said, once we defeat these Kimono Girls, they're gonna, this old man is gonna reward us with Surf, and having Surf opens up so many doors to us in this run. It gives us access to so many different things, and so I'm definitely for that. I'm gonna get rid of Growl here because it's the most useless move on Eevee right now, and so with Shadow Ball in hand, I feel perfectly content to go face the last Kimono Girl, just to end off this part here. So, like I said, it's a bit of a longer part today. I'm aiming for kind of shorter parts, but that's just the case. So here we go. This is the final Kimono Girl that we have yet to face. She's got an Espeon, but we have an Eevee with a newly learned Shadow Ball, and we are 4 levels higher than it, so I should be able to go first and get at least, at worst, a 2-hit KO. I'm hoping for a 1-hit KO, so we'll have to see. The great thing about Shadow Ball is not only is it physical, but it still lowers special defense. So, don't ask me how that worm works out, but that's just how it is. So we're going to fire off a Shadow Ball. Unfortunately, Espeon goes first, because it does have a crazy amount of speed. Hopefully we can hit through these evasion hacks, which we do. Shadow Ball gets off, maybe we can kill it. Almost a 1-hit KO, so very close. I'm going to throw a tackle and hope for the best. Hope to hit through these evasion hacks, which we do. Good thing for us, we've got No Guard Eevee to make up for that No Guard Croconaw earlier, so Eevee doing work, growing that level, and finishing off the final Kimono Girl, which means we get access to Surf, and so many doors are open to us. I am ecstatic at the fact that we just got through that part, so woo! That was for you guys. I'm gonna enjoy the next part, because I have no idea what we're gonna be doing next exactly, but you talk to this guy here. Thanks to the fact that we just defeat all 5 Kimono Girls, he's gonna give us HMO 3, which is Surf, and man, I'm so glad that we got past this section, because that was a huge step in our run. It's gonna open so many doors, and I can't believe we just got past that part, especially without anyone dying, and man, that was sweet. Anyways, we're gonna close off this episode here, folks, and I keep opening and closing the start menu here. Anyways, I'm gonna save it here and finish off this episode. So far, we just got a ton of stuff done, so I definitely am looking forward to recording the next part, though, folks. It's been a great episode, and I hope to see you guys next time. Peace.